guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Christina for those of you who are new here. Welcome back if you're an oldie but a goodie. As you can tell by the title, today I'm gonna do a day in the life of a UAS assessment nurse. My day is not going as planned so far. I haven't had breakfast yet or anything. I'm literally running behind. I haven't made my bed. I haven't done anything because I got up late. I just got back from taking the kids to school. I got back in the house like 10 minutes ago or so. I had a assessment at 9 a.m. The member I called didn't get them because I was calling him like 15 minutes before the assessment because I knew I was going to be late. I didn't get him. I left him a voice message. I was going to be 15 minutes late. I think around 9:10 when I knew I was not going to be ready in 5 minutes, I called him to see if I could get an extra 5 minutes on top of that. So I'm like, okay, now I'm going to be 20 minutes late for the assessment. But technically it's a 2-hour window from 9 to 11. So I do have time. I like to start early so that I can finish up early and be, going on to my next assessment. And I called him like 3 other times, didn't get him. So I'm assuming we're not going to have the assessment, which means tomorrow I'm going to have to see 3 people. So let me just give you guys just a quick rundown because I need to eat something and I need to make my bed and try to see if I could do this. Hold on. Okay, so I'm going to try to see if I can do the other 2 assessments earlier, but that might not work, and I'll explain to you guys why. So I'm a UAS nurse. I work for the insurance company. Basically I do assessment. It's kind of like a comprehensive assessment that we do to see if the members, or you call them patients, but when you work for the insurance company you call them members, to see what kind of services they qualify for. Or not really qualified, more so to see what kind of services are required for them in the home or in the community setting. It could be in a nursing home, it could be in the hospital, it could be in a senior, it doesn't matter, just in the community. So usually when they're in the hospital too, it's not, I shouldn't even say in the hospital, let me just backtrack. When we do the assessments in the hospital is when they're actually getting ready to be discharged home. We'll go to the hospital, we'll do the assessment, and then we'll go to their house to make sure it's ready for them to come home. Once in a while, it depends on the case, they might request for the assessment to be done in the hospital when they're still not ready to be discharged, but 9 times out of 10, they're going to be discharged home or in a nursing home or something like that. So typically, productivity, you have 12 members a week. I'm a hybrid nurse, so some of these assessment jobs is fully remote, some is fully out in the field or the community, and then you have some that are hybrid, which is what I do. I'm a hybrid. So I have 2 days that are always work from home days, Mondays and Thursdays, and the other 3 days I'm in the community. But sometimes it can turn into a half and half. It could turn into a full Zoom day, depending on what works for the member. Assessments, again, you have 2 hours. Only time I've ever taken 2 plus a little bit, like 2 hours and 15 minutes to do an assessment is when I was brand new. I've been doing this for 4 months now. But now it usually takes me about an hour to an hour and 15 minutes, depending on what is going on. So if it's someone like, sometimes I'll have once in a while a young person who is disabled and they're probably taking like 2 or 3 medications. They don't really have any health issues apart from really being disabled. They are like total care. I keep looking over there because I'm sitting in front of my window and I'm people watching basically. So I'm kind of getting a little distracted here and there. Usually when I'm going into their homes, I start my assessment from outside. I'm checking to see, is the building wheelchair accessible? How many steps are in the front? How many steps are in the building? Once they open the door, I immediately start scanning the entire place. I'm looking if they have chipped panes, is there crack in the ceiling leaking, how is the floor, is it uneven, or the floor busted up, is there roaches running up and down the walls, is it cluttered, is it unsanitary, is it cold in there, is it hot, is there mold? Like, I'm looking to see what the condition of the house is like. Is it safe for them to be there? I'm also watching the interaction between the member and the caregivers, looking for signs of abuse. I don't touch them at all. This is not, I used to do community health where I was a skilled nurse. So I was doing blood pressure checks, wound care, medication pre-pours, like everything hands-on. With this one, it will be more like administrative part. I'm more so in the background. If need be, I'll put in a request for a skilled nurse to go in to do like wound care, medication, and diet teaching and stuff like that. But now I'm just in the background. So once I do that, I introduce myself and everything, but while I'm walking to wherever, my eyes are literally everywhere. I'm looking at everything. I'm looking for even the outlets being unsafe. If they're on oxygen, I'm checking to see if they have I'm checking for fire safety, oxygen use, seeing where the oxygen is, everything, whatever is considered, I'm checking everything. Just want to make sure that they're safe in the home, because these members are old. A lot of them are very old, and they have a lot of comorbidities. They're very, very sick people. I'm not talking about someone that has just, Crohn's disease, or not saying, just Crohn's disease, but you know what I mean? Like, or someone just have high blood pressure and is controlled. I'm talking about people who are like end stage renal disease, plus they are diabetic, people who are have cancer, end stage cancer too, people who have multiple strokes, post-stroke, heart attacks, like all kinds of things. And I'm not talking like they just had that. They have a lot of comorbidities. A lot of these members take like 20-30 medications. Like, I'm not even kidding you. Some of them are like G-tube feeders, trachs. Some of them are morbidly obese. A lot of them, we have amputees. And a lot of the living conditions is terrible. It's really, really bad. Like, one I went to the other day, there were cockroaches crawling up and down in the bathroom. And I'm just like, how do you even use a bathroom? There's like so many cockroaches in there. Like, I honestly, I didn't sit anywhere. I literally had my backpack on my back, and I had my laptop in my hand, my big old laptop right here that I use for working. I had it in my hand, and my wrist was hurting, but I was like, I'm not sitting down. I'm not touching anything, because I'm not bringing none of these cockroaches to my house, okay? Also, I will do a quick like functional test. So I will see how they get up. They walk me to their bedroom, show me how you get on the bed, how you roll left or right, show me how you put your shoes on, how you button up a shirt, reach your hands over your head. Can it go all the way up? Is there a limited range of motion? And are they having pain in the joints? The same thing for the back. A lot of times they can't bend at the waist down because they got a lot of dizziness. They have like serious low back pain. A lot of them can't reach their hand over their head, like all the way up. A lot of times they can't even stand up. Sometimes they have to rock back and forth. And I'm, documenting all of this because the point of the assessment is to see really how much assistance is required in the home. From a CD pass, you have a CD pass, which is usually like a family member, a friend, a cousin, someone that they know, or from the agency, they'll have a home attendant. Some of them have live-in LPNs that provide care for them. And then once they do that, I'll have them walk to the bathroom, show me how to get on the toilet, get off the toilet, how to get in the tub, so on and so forth. I'll find out how their meals are being prepared, how they take their medication, how it's being prepared, all of that stuff, because that's a huge chunk of the assessment. That's like where the insurance company is going to determine how much they really need based on, what I'm seeing them do. And a lot of times, honestly, I don't even make it with them to the bed, because I see you rocking back and forth to get out of the chair, and then your home attendant is holding you under the arm. You're holding on to your rollator or your walker, and you're like literally rocking back and forth, your knees are buckling, I will tell them, sit down. Because what you're not going to do is fall. Oh, spit just flew. What you're not going to do is fall. I mean, I don't want them to fall, period, but definitely not fall on my hands, you know? So in a case like that, I will document what I saw that was unsafe, and then I'll just have them tell me, walk me through how those things that I would watch them do, how it's done. And I'll just document that the member reported XYZ, blah, blah, blah. So before I do that, actually, let me just back up. Before I do that, first thing I do is I do a mini mental exam, which basically is like, it takes 5 minutes just to see how they are cognitively, to see if I can do the assessment without a caregiver there. Because sometimes they score so low, I cannot do the assessment because I can't really take any information from them because they score so low on their mental exam. And once in a while, I think maybe like 2 or 3 times, I had to reschedule the assessment because there was no one home and they scored so low that I couldn't continue with the assessment. I had to reschedule for another day when they have a caregiver there. The rest of the assessment is really asking questions, doing a lot of teaching, you know, getting just different information. Before I leave, I have them sign documents and I will leave copies with them, scan it, and it goes straight to my laptop. I have a work phone. So there's a thing on here that it scans the documents and sends it straight to your RN folder in the computer. So once I get home, I usually just save, you know, those documents into their file, and then I finish up the assessment. So we have to run it through a program just to check for inconsistencies, check for different things. It's a lot of documentation, but it's really not that bad because you only have 2 people 3 days out of the week and 3 people 2 days out of the week. The days you have 3 people, you're working from home. And the days you have 2 people, you're out in the field. So it's really not that bad. When I'm working from home, typically, if I'm working just with me and the member, I can be done with all my assessments by 1 o'clock. Finish up all my documentation, and by 3 o'clock, I am done. When I'm out in the field, I can be done with everything that I have to do by 1 o'clock, and the rest of the day belongs to me. So it's really not that bad. It's all about time management, right? If you prepare your documents that you're going to have the members sign and go over in the house the night before, you don't have to do that when you're there, right? And if you try to do, you know, start on time, or you can start a little earlier. If you want to start 8:30, some of them don't mind you coming at 8. You start your day at 8:30, you're going to be finished a lot sooner. And if you try to be very thorough and just do what you have to do and just focus on what you're doing, you don't have to go back and be correcting all these things when you're getting all these inconsistencies, you know? So once I'm done with everything, I uploaded a program that we use, and then I send a message to the case manager so they know the assessment was done and it's ready for review. And that's pretty much it for that case. I do that. That's basically the gist of everything. When I'm working from home, it's a little bit different because I'm not there to scan the home. But I just have to go off of what I can see. Sometimes I have someone that assists me. So we have people that are in the field that are called coordinators, that they basically go out and they assist the nurses. A lot of our members are Spanish speaking. My Spanish is very small, un poquito, okay? So they will go out and they'll assist us. They'll set up the Zoom for them. We don't also always use Zoom. We use other platforms too. So they'll set that up and they'll be our translator. In a case they're not there, we have a translator line. We use a translator. The thing is, when I'm working with them, my days are a little bit longer because they're very helpful too. I love having them because it just makes everything easier. They can bring the computer around so I can, you know, see the home. They can assist, you know, with whatever I need assistance with since I'm not there physically. So the thing is, when I work with them, they have to go to the member's house. They have to find parking, get there, we start on time. When they leave, they might not be close to the next member. They might be close. It depends. They have to drive to the next member, find parking before we start. Whereas if I'm working by myself, I'm already at home, I'm done with the first assessment, and I just want to do the second one. Because typically what I do is I do the first one. I start at 9. Usually I'm done by like 9, 10, 15-ish. So I'll take a little 15 minutes break, go drink something, walk, go to the bathroom, stretch my legs a little bit, and then I'll call the second person that usually their assessment is at 12. I'll call them, and they never say they don't want to do the assessment early. They always want to do the assessment ASAP because they need the services. So I'll do the second one usually like at 10:30. By like 11:35, 11:45-ish, I'm finishing up. And then I usually will take a break and start my other assessment around 12:45. So I'll take an actual break, and I'll start around 12:45. Take another break, start at 2 o'clock, and I'll finish up by 3 o'clock, and I'm just done with my day. So that's typically how it is. It's shorter, obviously, when I'm going out in the in the field. So it's a lot of talking to explain. So I feel like this job is not so much of showing you what I do. Kind of like with my last aesthetic nurse job, it was a lot of showing you. This one is a lot of talking to you because I can't really show you because just about everything is on the computer. I'm not using any skills where I can show you, oh, this is how I do this, this is how I do that. It's admin, honestly. I'm gonna go ahead and make some breakfast because I am starving. Right now it is almost 10 o'clock, okay? So I'm gonna make some breakfast and make my bed. All those over there are my pillows, my throw blankets and whatnot. So I'm gonna make my bed and see if the coordinator can start earlier. She more than likely has an assessment with someone else. She's assisting me with my 12 o'clock and my 3 o'clock. Because how it is, there's assessment 9, 12, and 3, but you can move them earlier if you need to, whatever the case may be. But they do it like that so you have time in between all 3 assessments. So more than likely, the 9 o'clock one, it was just me and them. Because usually if they don't have a coordinator, that means they can maneuver Zoom or whatever other platform you're using on their own. So more than likely she has an assessment with another nurse. So she probably, depends, might be able to start sooner, might not. I'm going to actually send her a message and let her know that I'm available to start sooner if she is. So while I wait for her response, I'm just going to go ahead and do that. And I'll show you guys a little bit that I can show you. As you can see, I have a sock there and a sock there. It was just the socks that I was going to put on earlier. My bad, a mess, but we'll fix that. Okay guys, so I made an egg sandwich. This is what bread is this? The oat nut bread. I think it's the Arnold's oat nuts bread with just egg white. Some of the yolk got in there. I don't have cheese and I hate eggs without cheese. I hate the taste, I hate the smell. So whenever I don't have cheese, I just do egg white, salt, pepper, and some cayenne pepper. I also do not have any avocado, so I have to do without. And I have some tea in here. I think this is the peppermint tea. Yeah, I did the peppermint tea today. So, and I'm talking to my sister on FaceTime. So I'm gonna talk to her and kill some time. Okay? This is what I do when I work from home. So I just finished straightening up my room. Still talking to my sister. This is my outfit today, guys. Like, I have on a sweatshirt, some from Target, and some PLT sweatpants, and my socks. Didn't even get to put on any makeup today. It's just gonna be a no makeup wearing day because honestly, I do not feel like it. So the members really don't care if I'm wearing makeup anyways. Half the time they don't even realize they already have a lot going on that they could care less if I have makeup on. So I usually like to put something on. I do have my eyebrows done because I do not have eyebrows, so I have to do that. But I usually like to put on a little bit of concealer and some mascara. That's typically what I put on when I'm going out in the field, because I do wear N95 mask. But when I'm home, I'll put on a light wash of powder and a little, like a natural colored lip gloss or something like that. But I haven't heard from my field care, the coordinator. I still haven't heard from her, which means that she is doing another assessment with another nurse. So I guess I'm gonna have to wait until 12. It is now 10:37, and honestly, I want to take a nap. That's exactly what I want to do. I want to take a nap, and I do take naps in betweens. I do take naps in between most days when I'm working from home. It's currently 11:42. Waiting for the coordinator. Let me turn it this way so you can see my plants, because it's really pretty. It's a faux baby breath. Hold on. Make it a little higher. It's a faux baby breath, and I think it's really pretty. Got it from Amazon. It smelled a little funky when it came, but it's getting better. But I didn't hear from the coordinator yet, which means she's still busy. That's okay. This is what I was saying, like whenever I work with the care coordinators, my days are longer because I have to go off of their time, because technically we have the same schedule, 9, 12, and 3. With her today, it's 12 and 3. So because I'm available, I can't rush her to be available because she's not available. And even if she didn't have anyone, technically I can't rush her. I just have to wait until 12. And it's the same with 3 o'clock. If she want to wait until 3, I just have to wait until 3. It's very rare. I think one time I worked with a coordinator that she was doing the assessments when they were due, like the time that they were scheduled, I should say, 9, 12, and 3, which is really annoying because it just drags the day out. But whenever I have days like this, I will sleep in between. Like, I'll take naps. Sometimes I'll take a walk. If I have to run some errands, I'll run errands in between. But today I didn't really have to do much. The only thing I need to do is go to Sephora and pick up some things. I do want to do a sit down video and talk about like nursing and all the nursing jobs I have had, what I think about them, and basically why I left. Because I feel like nursing is, even though it's very broad, you never really know how you feel about the job. You get excited in the beginning, and then sometimes, you know, it just doesn't work out for whatever reason. Sometimes it's the job itself. Sometimes it's not a great fit for you at the moment. It could be a great job, but at that moment, it's not a great fit. This job is a temp position. It's a 6-month contract, so I'm 4 months in. I do like it so far. Oh, see, she just responded. She said she just got to the member's home now. She's arriving now. So yeah, it's like I was saying, it's a temp position. I don't know if it's gonna be, it can be permanent. It depends if it's a situation that works out for me, that works out for the company, if they have a position available, all of that jazz. So we don't know. I don't know. I just, you know, I like it because I like, you know, the flexibility. And if for whatever reason it doesn't work out, I will look for something else. Like, I have a recruiter. It would more than likely be something that's similar because I just like the flexibility of the schedule. I like being able to get things done throughout the day. I like working from home sometimes. There are days that my kids don't have school and it happened to be a day that I'm already working from home. There are days that I'm not working from home and I just talk to my manager and I convert those members to Zoom and I end up working from home that day, you know? So it's very flexible. And there are times too that I need to be done earlier because I have, you know, some things that I need to do, and instead of taking the day off, I start my day earlier, so I'm finished earlier, and I just do what I have to do. When you're inside of a facility, you don't really have that luxury. So, you know, I don't know. We'll see. If it works out, it works out, and if it don't, it don't. You know, one thing I've noticed with all the jobs that I've had, they keep getting better and better. Every job that I have, I keep thinking it can't get no better than this, right? And it gets better. Like, I kid you not, every job that I've had as a nurse, it gets better and better. With the exception of one, actually, that I was there for like 3 months. It was just, not saying that the job itself was bad. It was just all lies. That's a story for another day. But anyways, enough rambling. I'm gonna get everything up on the computer and prepare for, let me turn you guys over here so you can't see my screen. Yeah, that's perfect. You can't see my screen. I don't want no HIPAA violations. I don't ever want to go before the State Board of Nursing. None of that stuff for YouTube. Not even my mama, okay? Not even my kids. And I love them more than anything else in this world. I'm not risking my license for nobody. So, gotta be very careful when it comes to any form of HIPAA violation. And that is why I'm very limited to what I can show you guys. That's why I say, like, this is more of a talk to you guys through, you know, about what I'm doing than show you. I can't show you the assessment. I can't show you inside of the member's house. I can't really show you much. I feel like maybe when I'm working, I'm gonna do a day of what my life is like when I'm working in the field, and I could just bring you along with me on the road. I can show you, like, you know, what outside, you know, what it's like maybe in the elevator, the steps, me counting the steps, whatever the case may be, whatever. But it'll be very similar, just I'm outside because, again, I'm limited. So anyways, I'm going to log in. I'm going to get some water because my throat is dry. And I'm going to log in and wait for the coordinator to join and the member to join the Zoom. Okay, thanks. How are you?
I'm better, thank God.
That's good.
I had a real bad cold last week.
Oh, no. How are you?
That's the member right there.
My name is Christina, the nurse. I'll be doing the assessment for you today, okay? So you have his member ID? I mean, insurance card, sorry. You could just hold it up and I'll take a look to make sure I got the... Okay, perfect. And he has a photo ID? Confirm your date of birth for me, please. All right, so it's 1:17 and I just finished my first assessment. So it took like an hour and 17 minutes. That started at 12 o'clock. So this member, there's a change in his condition. So usually we do reassessments that keep well, for me, because I'm a temp nurse, so I do reassessments or what we call off cycles, which basically is there's a change in their health status, so they need more services. Most of the time is they need more 8 hours. This patient or member, I keep saying patient because I'm used to saying patients. This member had 2 strokes last month, so he has declined a lot in his health. So that's mainly the issue. I mean, the reason for this assessment. He needs more hours. He needs more DMEs. Like right now, he just have a cane, but he needs, I put in a request for a rollator for him. I don't really think he needed a wheelchair. It didn't seem like he needed a wheelchair or I would have put it in, but he could definitely benefit from a rollator. He doesn't really have any weakness, which is really good because he had a major stroke. I do feel like physical therapy would help him a lot, so I'm going to put that in. So that's just mainly what's going on with this person. And obviously, like I said, the assessment's really long, so a lot of questions I have to ask, a lot of things that he can't do compared to his last assessment months ago. Most of his ADLs he can't really do by himself. He needs assistance. So and he currently only has 15 hours, so he's requesting 40 hours out of the week. So yeah, that's that. So I'm going to finish up documenting this assessment, save everything, and I'm going to take my official lunch break before the coordinator calls me for the next assessment. This coordinator, I really like her, but she talks so much. I have to keep redirecting her back to the assessment because she likes to have side conversations with the members, and it's so annoying. Every time I ask her questions and I'm documenting, there's a pause, she starts talking about something else, and she starts talking about something else. But she's really sweet. She just drives me crazy. But anyways, I'm gonna finish up my documentation, eat something, and basically I'm going to repeat the same exact thing with the next member, and that'll be it. So today is a 2-member day, so I'm gonna have to make up, because again, remember I said productivity is 12 members a week. So since I saw 2 today, I'm gonna have to make up seeing 3 another day during the week. So I'm just gonna do that tomorrow. So it's currently 3:24. It's probably backwards, almost 3:30. And I just got finished with my last assessment because we started late. That's pretty much it. This is basically the gist of what it's like being a assessment nurse. I'm done for today. I'm gonna go pick my kids up from school. They get out at 4, and I'm gonna go stop at Sephora and pick up the products that I have, and I might show you guys when I come back. It's literally like a few things. So yeah, that's pretty much it. That's what my typical day is like. Some days it would have been a lot quicker, some days it depends, I would have ended later, but majority of the times, if it's in my control alone, I'm gonna be finished around this time or a little sooner. So went to Sephora to pick up, it was like a order online, purchase in store. No, what? Purchase online, pick up in store. I did order this lotion. This is the one that I have now. It's just about empty. So I ordered one of these, but it's coming in the mail because it was an online purchase. They didn't have it in the store. I've been dying to get this the Brazilian jasmine and pink dragon fruit. I have all the body sprays from Bum Bum. Had to pick this one up. It smells so good, so good. I use these at nighttime and also as layering. Like I layer these, I mix them, layer them and mix them with my perfumes, and they smell so good. I sprayed myself with this one in the store, and it smells so good. Like all I was smelling, oh my god, it smells so good. All I was smelling is this one. It smells so yummy. I got this Nest Madagascar vanilla perfume oil because I wanted to like really get into perfume oils to really like layer my scents. So this was a blind buy. I got it online. I'm not the biggest fan of Nest fragrances. When I worked at Sephora, I didn't really like too many of them. Every time I would get them in gratis, I would give them to my mom. So this one said that it was like coconut, vanilla musk, and vanilla something else online. So I figured it gotta smell good. I did put it on. It's very light. I put it on when I picked it up right here, but I'm not gonna wear it on its own. I'm gonna mix it with something. I wanna see how it works with this mixed together, or like different fragrances. So I'm gonna wait to see like the combined scents, but actually smells good, both of them together. So I might be mixing these two and something else. If it works, it works. So you guys know my love for the Laneige lip sleeping mask, the mint one. Like I wish Laneige would have these in the like a regular instead of the holiday only limited edition, because the peppermint is my absolute favorite. But I got 3 this time. I'm gonna get more. I promise you I'll get more. And then the last thing I got is the Ordinary Glycolic Acid, because I heard such great things about this. So I wanted to give it a try. So we'll see how it goes. So that's it. That's all I got. I just wanted to include that in today's little vlog, you know, day in my life. So that's it. I really do hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know if you want to see more day in the life of what I do working. I mean, it's boring, but hopefully it helps somebody, because when I was looking into accepting this position, I researched and researched and researched, and I could not find not one video of what a UAS nurse does. So hopefully this video helps someone. And if you guys want, I can do a little sit down. Like I said, I might still do it and just talk about all the different jobs that I've had, why I left them, and just shed a little bit of light on what it's like, you know, when you come out of nursing school and you go out in the field of nursing and you start navigating nursing world and try to figure out what works for you. So anyways, thank you again so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.